Tēnā koe e kara kai a koe te wā.
A tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou. Ai, no te tai rāwhiti tēnei manu, no te whānua rua taupare ki toko maru, no Ngāti rangi ki Reporua, no Ngāi Tai ki Tōrere, me Taroa, no te whānau hauia, tēnā koutou. I come from a long line of wahine and tāne who were raised by their hāpori, their communities, collectively fed, collectively raised, collectively loved, and through adversity, collectively succeeded. Today I'm here to represent another collective similar in intent, ko Te Rau Hihiri. I want to share with you how we came about and what led us to our hui today, Poipoia, te Manawa Māui. Before I jump into my koho, I thought we could start with something a little different to ensure we're all at the right hui. You may have seen a great version of what we're about to do from Tina Ngata about Māori history in schools, or seen this all over TikTok. My baby shared this with me and I thought, it'd be something fun to try out this morning, especially with our kaupapa. So it's called Put a Finger Down. Everyone raise their hands like this, pēnei. You'll need both hands, by the way. I have a few pātai. And if what I say resonates with you or the answer is yes, you put a finger down. Ka pai, oraiti, kia rite. Let's start with something easy. Do you work in or with the public service? Are you Māori? Do you sometimes feel like you are te Māori rather than he Māori at your work? Are you relied on in your agency to apply a tiriti or Māori lens to its work? Are you tired of talking about the how and want to focus, or talking about the why and want to focus on the how? Are you wanting to connect with more Māori in the public service? Are you looking for opportunities to share strategies and soundboard for karo? Are you wanting to shift the dial and create change? Are you ready to talk about some Ngāli kaupapa relevant to us? Are you ready to celebrate Māori successes Māori? Now, if you put down more than one finger, you are at the right hui e te whānau nau mai. Let me know how many fingers you put down in the chat. Now, the backstory to Poipoia te Manawa Māui and Te Rau Hihiri will likely resonate with you all too. Well, it began when I went to an international Indigenous government partnership conference, hoping for some real talk, but was underwhelmed by the facilitation and the 101 kaupapa questions posed to rangatira. It was a little bit disrespectful and mau. If you had 20 minutes with Tājo Williams or Kahurangi Naida Glavish, what would you ask them or want to hear about? Not an explanation of an iwi, of what an iwi is, or Treaty 101, right? I was thinking to myself at that time, our tipuna didn't para this ara so that we could only deliver Te Ao Māori 101s or Māori Crown Partnership 101s for what feels like a long time now. It's time to change it up. We have an opportunity to build on the legacy of our tipuna, particularly in the Māori Crown relationship space. As a public service, we should be pushing further, not settling for anything less than excellence when engaging and partnering with Māori. Now, I probably should have slept on it overnight, but e kao, I posted on social media, as Hinerangi said, about the need to fashion a new era of conference in Aotearoa. Real talk on Māori Crown relationship. It's time to level up. Let's move on from the why and shine light on what good looks like with the how. The post went viral. It generated a lot of support and large following from within Aotearoa and internationally. Girlsy didn't just post on Facebook. I also took to LinkedIn and Instagram, hekaroa. So the first to reach out were Atawhai from Tūhono and Deb Te Kawa. A hui was called with the Tūhono Pakeke and Deb, and we agreed that we needed to go big and to wānanga. So in early 2021, a group of Māori public servants and professionals came together at PwC to wānanga a response. There was a strong consensus on the following. We needed to create a catalytic event that focused on Māori first, particularly Māori in the public service. The kaupapa needs to be enduring. It needs to go beyond just an event. It's about leadership, pathways, development for Māori public servants, businesses, and communities. The time is now. We are hungry for this. Support was given to the kaupapa, and we established a charitable trust to oversee it. So let me introduce you to Te Rau Hihiri. We have 5 founding members: Elena Hickerson, Ngā Hoia Foreman, Millie Tamaki, Ernestine Welsh, and myself. We're passionate about Māori succeeding as Māori, particularly in the public service. We are seasoned public servants with a lot of life experience drawn from our whānau communities in iwi. Our name was gifted to us by Uncle Trevor Moeke and is inspired by the uriuri from Tūtere Moana, which draws on Hiringa i te Mahara. It acknowledges the ara kua para, the pathway that has been paved by our tipuna, and for us to continue the journey in being better ancestors of tomorrow. This requires us to be dynamic, diligent, and determined, which can be expressed in the kupu hihiri. Critical to this journey is gathering us all together into one place, embodied by the kupuro. Our tohu was designed by Chance Mikaere. Our main tohu represents the kauwairaro of Muriranga Whenua. Muriranga Whenua's gifting of her kauwairaro to Māui is about the transmission of intergenerational knowledge. For our purpose, the kauwairaro is the wānanga, the communication of ideas, living those ideas in our daily lives. Pono me te tika. So begins the journey of Poipoia te Manawa Māui. It was important for us, Te Rau Hihiri, our first event, that it was a by Māori, for Māori, with our kaupapa at the forefront. Shine light on what good looks like, provide space to connect, identify groundbreaking, and discuss the Māori kaupapa. This is not for the faint-hearted e te whānau, but it will address the elephant in the room in a safe way. We have received endless amounts of aroha, tautoko, and whakaaro from many of you. E mihi ana. I have to mihi to all our foundational partners, Kaiwhia mai te manaaki mai, Niche Recruitment, Tupuora Limited, DTK and Associates, PwC, Te Amokura Consultants, Te Runanga Nui o Te Atiawa, Tūhono, and Te Puna Mātauranga o Aotearoa. Poipoia te Manawa Māui is a teaser event. This is an appetizer for a large-scale hui planned for later in this year. We hope to see you and many more of us there. In closing, I'd like to share with you a short piece that I wrote a few years ago, which I think will resonate with many of you online today. It's titled Ia Te Rā, and it's about being Māori in mahi, public service or other organisations alike. Nō reira, Ia Te Rā. On the daily, I'm constantly having to justify the value and investment in our culture. A master fitted template not suited to us, not created with us or for us. Deadlines nearing, pressure rising with a kupu here and there, oh where? On the daily, I'm asked to write in English to explain the meaning of our culture. I'm asked to help write to cultural fire report. I'm expected to front cultural hui. I'm begged to translate. Our culture is always on call. On the daily, I'm told I'm too passionate. I need to step out of my feelings and pull back on my activist views. They try to keep me quiet, but my ancestors won't let me. This voice will be heard. On the daily, I share my cultural intelligence with those willing to learn and those that have no idea. I challenge the system to change. I challenge the people to think of the people, not just the timelines or outputs. On the daily, I seek equity and justice. My advice is more than just ticking the box. Our culture is more than a whakatau. Our identity, language, and culture are the foundations to all our solutions. Our culture is our strength. On the daily, my hat is unremovable. My whakapapa runs strong. I will fight for the people, be the rangatira our tamariki need us to be, and ensure their daily is better than mine. We are the change agents of now. Ia te rā, tū rau hawaiki, tēnā koutou.
Ko ai apu te awa, Ngāti Porou te iwi. Ko ai apu te awa,